The second clip is about the elements of the tourism destinations. Normally, there are two elements play the major roles in the tourism industry. The first one, direct elements, and the second one, indirect elements. In these clips, I will give you the explanations of the most important elements in the tourism destination in 5 A's. Let's start. Tourism is a dynamic and competitive industry that requires the ability to adapt constantly to customer changing needs and desire. As I mentioned before, there are two elements play a major role in tourism industry. The first one, direct element, are those areas of the tourism industry which come into direct contact with the tourists, sales, accommodation, transport, activity, attraction, and ancillary service. Indirect elements are often called support sector, which may not come into direct contact with the tourists, but without the rest of the industry could not function. They may include infrastructure, roads, airport, communication, public toilets, science, manufacturing, building industry, electricity, water supplies, and sewage and waste disposal. In summary, it can be concluded that the element of the tourism destination consists of 5 A's. The first one, attraction. Attraction means something that makes people want to go to a place or do a particular thing, which has a characteristic that attracts tourists. This can be classified into natural attraction such as mountain, cave, waterfall, sea, and beaches. For man-made attraction like historical park, museum, and amusement park, etc. The second one, accommodation. In this case, accommodation means a place where the tourist can live or stay, especially on a holiday for the temporary living. They are various types from luxury to a budget hotel. The third one, accessibility. Accessibility means the reachability to the place of the destination to various modes of transport, include land, rails, water, and air transport. The fourth one, activity. Activity means the variety of activity which occur in the place to represent the action and behavior of people in preparing for and during a trip. Activity can also create the impression of the tourist. The last one, amenities. Amenity means the basic facility provided in a tourist destination. They are considered as the necessary aid to the tourist center. On the other hand, Associate Professor Thachai Chuebamrung, the Dean of the Graduate School of Tourism Management from National Institute of Development Administration, Bangkok, Thailand, had expressed his opinion about the element of tourism in the other point of view at the following video.
So talking about tourism destination development, destination is very important in attracting the tourists to come to the destination. Development of tourism resources. But the most important thing is that we have to pay attention to the tourism mechanism. It is the way to get involved with the tourism stakeholders to form as a team. Tourism world nowadays, when talking about the factors attracting the people to travel, there are many factors, and those are considered the tourism. Among many tourism products in this world, tourism destination is quite important because it can provide experience to the visitors. So it's very important to concern about tourism destination developments. We have to concern about the 4 factors. The first one, we have to create tourism mechanism and make it functional first. And then we allow them to manage the tourism resources, that is the host. And once the host where tourism products exist there, later we do the tourism marketing to match the product that we would like to sell. And the most important thing in this stage is that we have to create the balance between the host and the guest, the product and the marketing. And once we can manage or create the balance between them, we believe that sustainable tourism development would be created. And finally, if tourism mechanism can manage the host effectively and we do the marketing, tourism marketing effectively to create the balance between the demand and supply, we get sustainable tourism development. And finally, the destination would have higher service quality. Talking about gastronomic tourism destination in Thailand, everyone in the world know, gastronomic or food tourism in Thailand is very popular at present, particularly the street food. When we talk about street food, we can't ignore to think about where we can, try the Thai food. That is considered tourism destination management for gastronomic tourism. Or easily speaking, it is gastronomic tourism destination development. Surely, it's very special, when we think about how to develop gastronomic tourism destination. It's not, normal, to pay attention to only the products. So I mean about only the food. But when the people go to have food along the street, we have to pay attention to the cleanliness, the authenticity management, and while they're having food along the street, we have to pay attention to storytelling. Because it is believed that the tourists nowadays or the travelers nowadays, when they travel to destination, they don't only want just physical relaxation, but they would like to uplift the spiritual status as well. So talking about gastronomic tourism destination developments, the destination for gastronomic tourism is very special, particularly if you can see in Thailand, street food is very popular. So if you ask me how to manage gastronomic tourism destination, I really believe that the travelers or the tourists, they don't want only the food, but they need something else. So when we talk about authenticity management, we have to pay attention to ambience, the atmosphere, and the feeling or the sense that the visitors can feel, while having foods. And the second one is tourism interpretation management. So it is the way on how to convey the knowledge or the storytelling to the visitors, and that can turn to be the value adding of the gastronomic tourism. So the last one is experience management. So we talk about experience management, we have to think about the word experience design. Experience design is the way that we have to think how to provide the best experience to the tourists while having food. So I would like to say that when talking about gastronomic tourism, it is not just only food we have, but it can reflect belief, culture, and way of life of Thai people.